Hello everybody, you're here with Claro Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. Now today I'm very excited because I just got all the items I got from Pat McGrath. And I got all these new items because there's a big sale going on from the Black Friday thing. So I got this Mothership. This is the newest. Look how beautiful the graphic are. Seems exciting. And it is Mothership 9 Huetopian Dream. Huetopian Dream. You know, me being from Mexico, this sounds very like Aztec or Maya or Huetopian Dream. I really don't know how you pronounce it, but hey, very, very nice packaging. And I got the whole set. I got a blush, I got a lip liner, a gloss, a lipstick. So I'll be going through all of that, highlight, a little bronzer thing. So if you would like to see what comes out, what look will show up with all these items, keep on watching. This is the first time first impression of the blush. Never tried it, haven't even swatched it. And this kind of lipstick also, I hadn't even tried them before. I have tried her lipsticks, but not that kind. The gloss I have and the lip liner I have, and I really like them. But let's see how this one's, and especially this eyeshadow. Oh, I'm a little nervous because, you know, I'm not a makeup artist and they intimidate a little bit. But the reality is, if you're into makeup, you must have Pat McGrath, because she is the queen of this very sophisticated, very illuminating, and yes, a little intimidating kind of eyeshadows. Right there, I find a touch of the Nona, and then from there we go to the other category where I place Charlotte Tilbury, Westman Atelier, Lisa Eldridge, right? But Pat McGrath kind of has her own line. So does Natasha the Nona. They're there, right? So anyhow, let's start. Just so you know what I'm wearing so far, I did put a full foundation, of course, medium coverage, because that's me. And this is La Mer. You've seen me with this one before. And it whites me up. I think it really brightens up and really, I mean, after I place it, I feel like a phantom. I mean, like, whoa, who is that? Which I think is a good thing for a foundation. If you're gonna start placing all the makeup, you want a very plain feel sort of thing. But it does not look, I mean, it looks natural in the skin in the sense that it doesn't look cakey or, you know, too much or Cruella sort of look. But it doesn't look natural, like your skin color shows through a little bit. I don't think. Anyhow, so I placed that. I also added a little bit of bronzer, and I don't have Pat McGrath bronzer, so I use the Charlotte Tilbury. I use this one because, here it is. It's beautiful. This one is color 2. And I use this one because I just did 2 videos on Charlotte Tilbury, and I hadn't pulled this one because most of her face palettes and her duo, what is it, Film Star or something like that, it has a bronzer. So she has a lot of options with the bronzer. You can even use one of her blurring powder as a bronzer because she has so many shades. So I hadn't used this in a very long time. Well, you can tell. I mean, I don't use my makeup that much, guys, because I have so much. But I did use this Sonia G big brush. Don't use this brush that much, but I thought it was perfect today to sort of really make a good frame for my face, since the foundation makes it so white. And so I wanted to make sure that I had enough colors, not like very natural where you use a smaller brush and you just kind of contour and put a little color. No, I really wanted to bring a lot more color to my face, and also to greet you, because if you've been with me, you know I hate greeting you with completely bare face. So this is what I have on. I also used a little bit of the blurring powder from Chantecaille to set the foundation, because I just felt it didn't look completely done. I'm not very big in powder setting, but I think this foundation does need a little bit. And probably if I was going out, I would use something lighter or more transparent than this. This one has a little color, but I keep reaching for it, keep trying it, because this one was one of those powders that the whole YouTube was going nuts about how wonderful, how perfect. Some bought backups because this started as a limited edition. Now they made it permanent to the line. I haven't fallen in love like that yet, so that's why I keep reaching for it. Yesterday or the day before, I tried the Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder from Charlotte Tilbury, which I hadn't reached for it that much and I was not very big on it, but I tried it in the last 2 videos and I fell in love with it. I mean, I don't know why, but I really liked it. So there you have it. Still trying the powders. All right, so that's what I have on. And so, oh, I put the lip liner and let me talk a little bit about it. So I want to bring up, because I cannot not mention, not mention the packaging of Pat McGrath. I mean, the first time I order from her, the surprise you get, because in her box, first of all, it comes in a black box. So just to begin with is unique, is different. Once you open the box, there's always some kind of feeling, and some makeup comes in these bags with kind of, I wouldn't say confetti, or some type of very black or shimmery or sparkly sort of thing. I mean, some of them I even kept. Who knows, maybe when I give a gift, I'll put it in or something. I mean, it is fun, and it is surprising, and it is unique, and it is exciting. So you get that. So she definitely has the whole thought of throughout, right? So the first time I receive it, I mean, look at the packaging of each item. I mean, this is where this came, and I'll be showcasing it. This is a highlighter, but this is how it came. And so, you know, you have to open it. Look how beautiful. I mean, I really didn't know what to do with them. I mean, when I received the first, and I have several of her items, I did test the packaging, because what am I going to do with these little boxes? I kept them for a little bit. Maybe I can put something in there, maybe jewelry, maybe cookies. I don't know, but I ended up tossing it. I don't know what you collectors do. I mean, please let me know. What do you do with that? It's a shame for me to toss it. I mean, this is where the lipstick came. I mean, just look, you know, I'm a purple girl, lilac girl. I mean, I want to eat this lavender. I mean, it's just, and with the flowers and the gold, oh, it's just perfect. So this one is called Lip Fetish Divinyl. So ultra brilliant. Lip Shine 597 Divine Rose 2. So I guess this also can go with my Divine Rose 2 palette, which I also have. And I think I already did a video on that. So, but look at the packaging. I mean, look at the coloring. It even goes with my ring. I mean, it's just superb with the lips. It's just the amount of detail. So this one is not necessarily a lipstick. It's kind of a glossy sort of lip shine, which I really like. I'm wearing it, obviously. So right now I'm wearing this with the lip liner, just because I didn't want to greet you again. I'm repeating myself, but so this is the lip liner. The lip liner came on this box, and look how beautiful it is. I mean, I wish I can do the makeup that way. It reminds me of those paintings you remember that had a lot of very red glossy lips in the 70s, 80s, very white, and then the red lips. But I also love the mechanism. Look how this opens. I haven't seen this. This reminds me when I was growing up. I don't exactly know what it reminds me of, but maybe was there like cigarettes filled with chocolate the candy that used to be sold like this to resemble like a cigarette package, and we all kids loved it or something. I mean, you do remember. If you're a lot younger than me, you might not, but those of you my age, you know, there were those chocolate cigarettes selling, and it was sort of like that. Anyhow, but it's the same. I mean, the mechanism of this, I remember, you know, those vanilla envelopes that you used to close them, and that was for sending letters and messages. I mean, it's kind of an old sort of mechanism. So here it is. This one was for the lip gloss. So unique design, but the same sort of mechanism, which is just satisfying. It's just satisfying that it's not the chore little thing that nowadays they do and then you struggle to put it in. It's so easy to put in and out. So again, and I just can't see myself putting the makeup back on the boxes and putting it away that way, because then every time I need it, I need to open the box. No, I wouldn't do that. But again, if you have found what to do with all those boxes, let me know. This is, I'm in love with this, as I just mentioned, the lipstick. The design for this lilac, lavender, and gold with the flowers. Delicious. And the same mechanism. I mean, see, this reminds me of those little cigarettes. Beautiful. What else am I missing? No, I think that's it. So I would showcase the actual products, of course, but I just needed to show you all the last and not least. Oof. So let's open this. Oh my God, I haven't opened it. I hope I don't. Yeah, so again, the mechanism of the cross thing, that's used to be like that. And then of course you ta la 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 la. Ooh. Most of her Mothership palettes come in this black. I guess that's a little inconvenient because then when you have several of them, you don't know which one is which unless you pick it up and you look at the actual name, right? But look how beautiful the back is. And then sometimes there's these special editions, and then you have all the names of the eyeshadows. This is very clever, I might say, because the little plastic things that you usually lose them. And I guess in this case, she does hope that you keep them inside their box, which in this case, I think I will. I think I toss the other ones, unfortunately. When there's a special edition, she has come up with different cases. I think my Divine Rose, which I'm very proud of, I did get the pink color, so I will identify that one over this one. Which I was very late to the game to get this one, I think like 8 months, because the color scheme seemed very, not similar, but close to the Divine Rose too. And since I don't own all her palettes, I was debating if I should get a different type of family of colors. I have seen many videos where they rank all their Pat McGrath palettes, and the one that is ranked like #1 or top 3 on most of them is the Mothership palette, the first one, the Sublime. And I've been very tempted to get that one. I go back and forth, because it's mostly used for day. I mean, you can really use it for days. So people say it's much user-friendly and for many more occasions. But to me, that's the whole point of Pat McGrath, that it's not every day, or it's a very sophisticated every day. So if I'm gonna get something just to use it subdue or, lightly, I might go for more clean beauty just because it's more comfortable to wear. But there is there is certain colors there that are very shiny and transparent. I'm very, very tempted because it's kind of like a diamond shining with the little blues and purples, but very transparent. Like that color is there. Apologies for that. I think my huge dog came upstairs. He's big. I can't let him in because he will not let me film. So let's see if he gets bored of scratching or letting me know that he's here, because he's a gentleman. I call him the gentle beast. But he lets me know, and then sometimes he just lays there outside the door. Maybe I'll start bringing him in a little bit later. All right, so I just opened this beauty. Look at this. Wow. Now the interesting part, as I show it to you, this one looks blue, this one looks gold, but it's not so. Look, it changes. So it's a threesome. We're talking a little bit of pink. I mean, look at these colors. These are the special colors, purple, pinkish. You see that? And then we're gonna go back. Look, purplish, blue, darker blue, more blue. Holy moly, this really has. And then we go back to the pinks, lilacs. You see that? I mean, it's magical. Yeah, that's why they're called special. And when I look at it like this one is looking silver, not gold. Holy moly, there. You see that whitey pinkish? Yeah. All right. I think that's why they're called special, and this is what brings the most value to this palette, because people want this special the special shades on each of the motherships. And that Sublime, the Mothership one that I've been tempted, that's what is really calling me the most, those special shades. So in this ones, they're magical. I mean, I'm so happy I got it, because how could I not with the lilac and bluish, right? I mean, all right, I'm happy I got it. Yay. Now I'm gonna keep rambling just because I'm afraid. I don't even know where to begin. This is a little scary for me. So thankfully, she does put these 6 shades, especially these 2 mattes and then the light. So, you know, that's more of a normal kind of palette that I'm used to. If you see the lighter shade, the 2 transitional, and then the pop of color in the lid. So now we can feel a little more at ease. And then of course, if you want a little more spark, you know, a little more youthful, a little more spunk to it, there you have this color to add in the transition. And the browns with champagne, which probably is for more medium skin to darker to have the same effect. But for us that light skin, you know, it can also work very, I mean, look at those 3 colors on the bottom. That can really be a day, you know, sort of look. So a lot of options there. And then of course you go through the 4 special shades. I think she was a little bit, people were a little disappointed, and I can see what they're saying. I'm not disappointed at all, but usually there were 4 special shades. And in here, it seems like this one seems more like a pop, or like a, I mean, this one looks with more shine than this one, really. You see that? So we're gonna be swatching that. Well, actually, let me swatch that for you. I'm gonna swatch these 3, this one, this one, this one, that looks so similar. So they don't look that similar actually in real life, but it seems like in the camera. Wow. All right. So this one definitely in the pink, this one more neutral, brownish, and this one, of course, special color, 3-dimension or 2-dimension. You see, I can see a little bit of, I don't know, burgundy reddish. And it's not necessarily going to brown like other shades, but it has that metallic sort of look. So beautiful. No, not disappointed, and they do not look similar. It reminds me a little bit, let me just check. So I just got curious about this Natasha Denona 3 chrome palette. And so, oh no, I don't think it's similar at all. So where have I seen that? Let me see here. Because you see that purple, green. Wow. Yeah, see, this one is coming a little copper green. Do you see that? Sorry, let me put this down. This one has that reddish burgundy, and then as I turn it, you see it starts looking green, and this one looks pink lilac. But it does go into a little bit of green, you see that? So, no, they're not similar. There, you see how it turns to green and pink? But they perform or look very different. Maybe I was thinking of one of her other shades. Let me just see this. I'm sorry, I just got into my head and I think it's important that we do this. Okay, there you go. So I have, this is Natasha Denona, her liquid eyeshadows. Let me just swatch it. I'm just very curious. Okay. Okay, again, no, and I'll show you. It's not the same. This is in a Touch of the Nona liquid eyeshadow. It's very close to this one, but it's not coming close to this one. Wow. So excited. All right. Now with, I'm just curious if that will be similar at all. I mean, this one says blue, it seems not, but if you remember, it had a little lilac on it. Let me just swatch this two at the end. Oh no, not at all. So there's this one and there's this one. So no, this one has a lot more lilac. Oh, I'm loving this just by itself, right? Okay, all right. Very interesting, very interesting. Even, this is Pat McGrath, this is Pat McGrath. This is Natasha Denona, and this is Natasha Denona. So even if I would use this on top of that, just out of curiosity. Wow, look at that. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, that's now mixing them, right? Lovely, lovely. So let's begin. Oh my God, we're just beginning. The first thing I want to do is I'm dying to put a little bit of the blush. And so let me, before I put the blush, let me open this because I haven't even opened it. Let me look. I know it's a highlighter, so it's a dual. So we have this, a little bit of gold. Okay, highlight. Okay, you do see it, right? And then let's see the other side. That way I start familiarize myself with the colors that we'll be using. Okay, so this one is clear. Lovely. Oof. All right, so I'm gonna put some of this. Let's start playing. I'm gonna put some of this just to start with the sparkle, so I can start getting a little bit acclimated. Well, you can barely see it, that's the truth, but hey, we'll put the gold at the end, and we'll put another highlighter. I mean, I have highlighters, don't worry. I just wanted to start seeing, and you know, a good comparison will be this with the other ones I have, like Westman Atelier, Chanel, things like that. I'm gonna do a small, quick video doing that. Not now, because I don't want to take that much time without doing the full look here. But so it's the first time I'm using this, so I really don't know what kind of brush is needed. So my first will be, well, let's take a Sony G Designer Pro, small one. I want to see how this color, if it picks it up. So it does pick it up. And then I know I just put the illuminator and then the powder, but it looks beautiful. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm glad I chose this color, because when you order the the whole items all together, you had the option on choosing your blush color. And so I chose Fabulous Flirtation. Fabulous Flirtation. Okay. No, I just thought it was funny because in the message it says, fabulous flirtation and sexquisite seductions may result with prolonged use. I should say if this has an age appropriate, or if it would apply to any age. Of course it would, of course it would. All right, so I'm loving the blush already. Yeah, totally brought up. So now I'm debating if I'm gonna use some primer in my eye or not. Because I'm not gonna use primer. Let's see what happens. Should I not? All right, I'll put some primer on. Now, you know, if you've seen my videos, the one I have liked so far a lot is Rare Beauty. I know it's not not necessarily a luxury brand. It's not a inexpensive brand either, but from all the ones I own, and I own several, I really have liked this. Why? Because it protects my eyes. It doesn't bother my eyes. And it gives me such a white canvas, and look how easy to apply. It's almost like I put it on, it has enough time to spread it all, and then it dries and it sets. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And this is from a person that usually just does the foundation, which I had put foundation on top of my eyes, but that doesn't necessarily do a full canvas. It's not fair. It's really not. So I think I'm having some hairs from the brushes, so I apologize. And that's my dog kind of saying hello. Don't worry. He's not gonna die for making him wait a little bit. All right, so we're together all day long, every day. And besides, my husband is in the other room, so he's not all alone, no. Especially we have cats, we have other dogs. Only one is below. I don't know if you can see him. He doesn't like to be on top of the chair because the light tires him, but he's below there, just sleeping. Maybe you hear he's snoring and I haven't even realized it. All right, let's move on. My goodness, I'm always take so long. So what am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna take this one because it's the lightest of the mattes. And I just wanna see how they perform, and I wanna put it here in the crease, just like all YouTubers begin with. I mean, so much for being so original. Well, I have to really get very, very comfortable in the camera and with you all, and then allow myself to get a little bit off in creativity. But I have to admit, I was being a little goof off and creative, getting that Y mascara that one time. You guys, I don't know if you've seen the video. And it doesn't seem like you guys enjoyed it at all. Even though I combined it with a Chanel eye quad, but it was a big disappointment. And so now I'm a little scared to vent silliness that far. I don't know if you've seen, there's some, I think in Instagram more than anything, where they do some makeup challenges and they do get very creative. I like those. I wish I can do some of that stuff. I don't think I'm that good with makeup, at least not yet. Maybe one day, maybe one day. All right, look how beautiful. I mean, you really can use this every day. Come on, guys. I guess I haven't given Pat McGrath a chance for every day and stuff. I'm using the lightest color in the inner corner, of course. And you know, usually I do one eye and then I go and do the other one off camera. But sometimes it's hard to recreate, you know, because I forgot what I put on. So I'm doing this together, never. So now I'm using the Wayne Gauss brushes. It seems for some reason that I've been more comfortable with them when it comes to this sort of eyeshadows. Look how beautiful it looks. I mean, really, for every day, yeah, put a little bit of eyeliner and good to go. All right, I'm gonna use this brown one just because I wanna darken the outside a little bit and the crease. You know, I'm really, really, really impressed and liking this palette the most because the Divine Rose seem a little more party-like. Maybe if I get the Divine Rose one, they say it's more subdued, more everyday. Maybe I should. It's just, I just heard the reviews from everybody. They like the Divine Rose 2 better. But this one, you can really use it for normal wear, you know, not necessarily for a party. And here I am. I did this today, not only because I just got the product, which I was very excited about, but because it's Thanksgiving. So I thought, well, I can get a little more party-like today, a little more, you know, festive. But I tell you, I love it. I mean, really, if you just want to look, if you just wanted to finish the look for every day or even an evening, you can put this in the lid, you can put this in the lid, or you can just put all of this in the lid and make a finished look. I'm not gonna do that today because I really wanna get to these colors. And what I wanna do with these colors, it's a very good question. Last time I went with a little bit of gold. This time I want to go with these two colors. But if you saw the swatches here, these two look a little more like toppers. So I am gonna go with this one, which was the very burgundy sort of thing. I can always go to this one. What would you prefer, the brown or the pink? Oof. That's a good question. That's a very good question. Well, I'm gonna go, I really wanna go with the brown more than the burgundy, but it seems the burgundy has that dual effect or trio effect. You see that? So I'm gonna go for that one. I mean, why not? We're here playing with the most fun palette and I'm gonna go conservative. We can't do that, guys. I mean, maybe because we think we use it mostly as conservative, but if you wanted to see over 50 and see if you can use this palette for festivities and fun and still not look like it's out of your league, which all this whole thing about over 50 is probably in my head. Maybe you guys don't care. But there's certain products, right? I mean, that they look awesome on youngsters and then not very nice on us. So I love this color in my lid. It is this one. Look at that. All right. And I'm doing both eyes here with you guys because look how easy and fast. It's not like super duper, have to come up with something or take my time or whatever. No. I guess more and more are doing this sort of thing. It's not the same as I have explained with Charlotte Tilbury, where all the shades sort of mix together, and even if they become I wouldn't say muddy because they don't look muddy, but even if they all just match on top of each other, you still sort of get a very elegant look. I wouldn't say that about this. You do have to be, you know, not super precise, but a little more precise. That's my feeling to it, because they have so much pigment and they do become a little more specific. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that just to brighten up the look a little. And I have to be careful because I'm sure that really is gonna bring it up. So I'm just plugging a little bit just so it doesn't become overwhelming, because I really like how it's coming. And you see, it really immediately brought it up and brought up the game. So I'm gonna take a very fluffy and just, because I don't want it to become like a pink sort of look totally, because look how beautiful that burgundy, right? And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I will add a little bit of this one as a pop, even though it really doesn't necessarily need it. But we're playing hardball. Okay, now we're becoming festive. And this looks so cool. So now we have the 3 coloring and plus this. You could have just left it in the center, but oh my God, guys, this is wonderful. This is beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna do the eyeliner and mascara, and I'm gonna come back. Okay, I am back. So I finalized the eye look with some liquid eyeliner, obviously mascara. I brighten up a little bit my eyebrows, and that's it. Now, there is some fallout from those special colors. I guess the pop-up that I put at the end. There were some fallouts, and I cleaned it up as best as I could, but you know, just so you know, to be careful with that at the end. And obviously you don't have to use it every single time, because the look was perfect before I added that. And of course it goes a little bit, you see a little bit of bob, which I really don't mind it. But I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, we do need to finalize with a little bit of highlight. Now, the whole set was supposed to be selected by the mother, Pat, and it came with this. So now I'm wondering, because I really wanted to either have this Fenty highlighted gold, or I have this one which has a little more pinkish. And then of course I have what it came with it, which is gold. But this one, let's try it for that reason, right? It came with it. Let's see. It's very, very subtle, but you can see it, right? So I like the subtleness of it. I mean, if I was going to a party, this is something that I would prefer, and I can really see it with the eye reflex, but it still looks extremely natural and beautiful and elegant. I mean, compared to this side, you see the golden hue. Yeah, beautiful. All right, so we can put it on both, and then, oops. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. I'm very impressed. I didn't think it was gonna be this wearable, but it's definitely wearable. It's definitely something I would take. I mean, even to a night out to the theater, why not? Yes, I would use this. To a nice elegant restaurant, to a party with friends, absolutely. Of course, I'll be more conservative with my clothing, but I think this is a lot of fun. So let's finish it off with, I'm just gonna put this, a little more of this, which by the way, this is so creamy and so comfortable. I feel like I would like to wear a little more color, but this was how the set was selected. Obviously, you can wear something brighter. And it came with this gloss. This gloss is the, I think it's a Divine Rose. What was it? The Peach Perversion. Even my eyes look. Peach Perversion. All right. Hey, why not? Pat McGrath gloss are like the bomb. Oh yeah. Like the bomb. Charlotte Tilbury, the pump ones, really get there. But the complexity of the diamond sort of eye reflective, I mean, look how beautiful. I'm in love with this look, guys. I don't know. I don't know if I should add anything else. I mean, I love it.